What is up, YouTube? Today, I'm here to present a very special video for you guys, and it is regarding Raid Shadow Legends, and they're having a huge collaboration with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, why do I say this is a huge announcement? Because it's a little nostalgic for me, just because when I think back as when I was a kid in the 2000s, and I remember on Saturday morning, 8, 9 a.m. when I would wake up, I'd turn on the TV and I would go on YTV or Cartoon Networks and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles would be playing. And it's just like so nostalgic. I'm just thinking like, wow, like time has really gone by. And out of the four turtles with Raphael, Donatello, Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, and Raphael, my personal favorite was always Michelangelo, just because he was like so goofy, he was so funny, and I just remember like he was just like so silly with all the ideas that he would have, and he'd just be so nonchalant. But he would have his moments where he would really clutch up and just give like a weird funny idea, but then it kind of works on saves the group. And so that aside, I also think back to when I was a kid and my parents would go grocery shopping on the weekend, and they would leave me at Toys R Us. And in that Toys R Us, there would be that gaming area where they sell consoles and stuff like that. And I remember playing on the Xbox 360 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles demo game where you'd have to line up because there's so many kids wanting to play. And I would play all the way until you can't progress any further because the demo games cap you at the tutorial, and then have to go to the back of the line and line up again to play again for just over and over and over. And when I would watch other people play as well. And so this collaboration just like really special to me just because of those reasons. And not only are they, having the four brothers with, Donatello, Raphael, Leonardo, and Michelangelo in this collaboration, they're also going to be featuring April and Shredder as well. And there's a bunch of login rewards. This collaboration, you don't want to miss it. And I'm going to be showcasing all of the details and how they look in game because they look amazing. Okay, so stay tuned. And once again, I do want to thank Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring today's video. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. Now, of course, I'm going to have to start this segment with some B-roll of Michelangelo because look at his design in the game. He's smelling the pizza. There's the little rat in the sewers, the puddles dripping in the water. I mean, they put so much thought into this, and you could just see how he's a little bit of a goofy goober in this, messing around with the pizza and the rat, and now he's just swinging his nunchucks now. And let me show you guys how you're going to be able to get Michelangelo in the game as well. Now, with talking about Michelangelo, I do want to talk about how you're going to be able to get him in the game. So obviously, you're going to want to use my link in the description or in the pinned comment. But once you get into the game, you're going to want to open on the side left bar here, and you're going to see Michelangelo Chase. And now in Michelangelo Chase, you're going to be able to see that you're going to be able to get gear just by logging in every day. But most importantly, on day number 7, you're going to be able to unlock Michelangelo, as he is going to be an attack character. Now, with that being said, in 2 weeks, so on day number 14, you're going to be able to get a perfect soul for Michelangelo. So for those of you that play other gachas, that's kind of like the Ascension system, the dupe system, a memory imprint system, right? Where you can get more stats for, having dupes of a said character. And all you gotta do is log in. So even for me, I'm 6 days away from getting Michelangelo, so I'm very excited for that. But make sure you guys sign up ASAP to not miss out, as you are only going to be able to get Michelangelo up to November 13th. Now, another thing that I haven't mentioned yet is when you use my link to download the game, you are going to be able to get Elenarl. So you're going to see in the inbox, as you can see here, Elenarl is going to be another attack character that you can use to carry you in the early game. And you're exclusively only going to be able to get Elenarl by using my link in the description or in the pinned comment. And you'll also get Ugo, who will be unlocked at level 15, which we will maybe touch on a little bit later. But I'm going to go ahead and pick up and claim my Elenarl, as you can see there. So make sure you guys get that as well when you use my link. Now, next up, none other than Raph. And if you wonder which faction he's going to be in, he is going to be Barbarian because he's barbaric. He's a really aggressive guy in the show, and he is going to be an attack character, as you would expect. But just look at the design that they have on him, right? Look at those daggers. Look at the daggers on the back. Like, he is ready to just annihilate somebody. But I just really appreciate all the graphic design, the animation artists that are, in Raid Shadow Legends. Just look at that. It looks like they just pulled him straight out of the show and just put him into the game. It's insane. Now, one thing I do want to highlight is he has a special aura, which is almost like a team passive, where if you put him in a certain slot in the team of 4, he's going to increase the all allies attack in the battle by 30%. So if you're looking for something more of like a cleave or a one shot, then he is going to be your guy for that. And now, another thing I want to take a look at is his skills, right? His passive attack or his basic attack is going to attack an enemy 2 times, and it's going to each critical hit will fill the champion's turn rate by 10%. So you're going to want to build him with a 100 crit chance. Typically, with most characters, you will want to have a 100% crit chance so that you can have that crit damage multiplier with the attack. And now his S2 is going to attack all enemies, or his second skill here is going to attack all enemies where it will ignore shield and block damage buffs on the enemy. And again, he has turn meter push-ups every critical hit, and that is going to be built into his first skill and also his second skill. Now, the final skill that he has is going to be a massive hit, where the debuff that he's going to stick on is Berserk, where you cannot be resisted or blocked, and each hit will ignore 20% of the target's defense. So you really can just kind of gut through a lot of these tanky characters that are in Raid Shadow Legends. Now, moving from Raphael to the next brother, we're going to be moving over to Donnie. Now, Donatello, he is like the brains of the group, right? He is the genius mastermind that makes a lot of the high IQ decisions, and he is also a support character in this game, which I think is really good because in the show, he is, like I said, he is the brains of the group, and having him as a support character does him justice, right? You don't want to have him as like an attack character in Raid when clearly in the show he's not like that whatsoever. His personality is not like that, right? Raphael is, and so that's why with Donatello, you are going to want to build him more of a utility character. He will increase HP of all allies by 30%. You're going to want to build him with mostly HP, as he is HP scaling in all of his skills. And now, last but not least, we're going to be talking about none other than, you guessed it. Well, I didn't actually tell you as a guess, but we got Leo. And now Leo is going to be a defense character. All right. Now, again, look at these katanas, man. Those are battle-worn katanas for sure. He's been through it. And that's just a really nice little touch, a little minor detail that goes a long way because in the show, I mean, they're fighting all the time. Every episode there's something going on. And so having these, weapons look new would not do them justice. So you can just really see the thought put into these characters, and just look at the design, look at the animation. And I keep saying, like, look at the animation, but just look at how clean that is. It's just insane, man. With the chainmail here, like, man, they did a really good job. And now as a defense character, he is going to have increased defense of aura for 33%, and again, he is going to be a defense scaling character, and so you are going to definitely want to build him with defense. Obviously, like Raphael was an attack character, Leonardo is a defensive character, so it's defense scaling, and obviously Donnie is a HP scaling unit. Now, one thing I do want to touch on that's not related to Leo is actually going to be relating to Donnie. All right, now Donnie, obviously, when you get him in the game by summoning him, you are going to be able to go to the events tab where you can see Smart Fella Titan event, where you're going to be able to get these perfect souls for Donnie, right? So at the very beginning of the video, I talked about perfect soul and what that works like in other gachas, where it's like the memory imprint system, the ascension system, the dupe system. So these milestones, just by clearing the events, you're going to be able to get 1, 2, and 3 perfect soul imprints for Donnie in the game by just doing the objectives, right? And now you might be asking, what are these objectives going to be? Well, if you open it up in the milestone rewards, it's basically just doing fusing. So upgrade artifacts to earn points and win rewards. And along the way, you're going to be able to claim extra stuff as well, right? So not only are you getting the potential Donnie Perfect Souls, but you're also getting gems, EXP boosts, you're getting multi-battle attempts, and so on and so forth. All the details are here, and it will be available for 24 hours. So just be mindful of that. I wanted to make sure that you are aware of the event to get imprints, or perfect souls rather, for Donnie in case you miss it. Alright, so let's talk about April O'Neil from the show as well. Now, she is a really unique character under the Sacred Order faction. Now, why I say she's really interesting or special, because she is a PvP centric character. Okay, you look at her passive. We talked about Aura multiple times. HP, attack imprint or increases from the brothers in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. She increases the ally speed in arena battles by 28%. So you're not going to be picking her in story mode or anything, but you will be picking her when you're trying to climb an arena. 28% speed boost is huge. Okay, now her main skill is going to increase accuracy for all allies for 2 turns, but more importantly, she has a pushback of all enemies by 20%, and then it grants an extra turn. Now, she's going to work as an opener where she can push the enemy team back, and then she's going to be able to, grant accuracy for the whole team. But then she's going to have another passive here, or another active skill, where she's going to land a bunch of debuffs. So you can choose to use skill 2 here or skill 1, where you have a chance of landing stun, freeze, sleep, provoke, fear, true fear, or petrification. Most likely, you're going to want to use Explosive Scoop because you're going to be able to land Nullify and Seal as a debuff on the targets for 2 turns. So having that having that pushback by 20% and then granting an extra turn and landing debuffs is going to be very helpful in setting up some aggro or some cleave setups in Arena. So she's definitely going to be a character you are going to want to earn through the events in Raid Shadow Legends. And along with April O'Neil, like I mentioned in the very beginning of the video, you can also get Shredder. Now, Shredder will fall under the Shadowkin faction. Now, Shredder, I mean, let's just admire his design for just 1 second. I mean, look at this dude. Like, this dude is jacked. Like, this dude is like on some trend, like Annabelle. Like, this guy's all juiced up maximum turbo. Like, this guy is just like, bro, like you can even see like the bodies that are sticking up on the sticks or the spears. Like that, this guy is just savage. And just look, for all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I talked about the sewers, the animations and everything, but can you look at the wind gustling? Can you look at the war-torn background of Shredder as well? I mean, this is just unreal. Like the amount of effort and animation and design and graphic work that Rage has Shadow Legends have put into Shredder is just unreal. Now, he is going to increase ally HP in all battles by 33%, and his basic skill is going to attack the enemy 3 times. Part of his attacks are going to ignore a portion of the target's defense. And now, the second skill is going to be an AoE attack, and every single critical hit, so again, because he is HP scaling, right? He is an HP scaling character. You are going to want to have crit chance on him as well. So you're typically going to want to have 100% crit chance and stack HP as much as possible. And his last ability is going to attack all enemies as an AoE again and steal all buffs from a single target enemy. So you're going to be able to just grab whatever buffs that they might have and put it onto yourself. And also you're going to get 15% turn meter for each buff stolen. So this guy is just a menace. And I don't even know how much damage he's going to do yet, but I hope they gave him a really, really good damage because this guy's build and design is just unreal. Now, if you've made it to this part of the video, I just want to say thank you for getting to here. And if you are going to be downloading the game and giving Raid Shadow Legends a try, I would really, really appreciate it. And with that being said, I do also want to mention, with all the talk of, Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, and Michelangelo throughout this video, you are also going to be able to fight Shredder as well to get some in-game rewards if you are interested in doing that as well. But more importantly, I do also want to just thank Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video and giving me this opportunity. But nonetheless, please go and support the channel and support Raid Shadow Legends by downloading the game by using my link in the pinned comment or in the description box below. Thank you so much once again, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!